Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So first of all, today we are going to start about protein or talk about protein shakes and low carb diets. And I know it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change, but I want you guys to understand the whole and encompass. And this is also for people that don't understand our terminology or have not got our terminology yet. So, first of all, the number one reason that people want to do protein shakes, and I'll be completely honest, just like coffee, it's because it tastes good. Many people go into the situation not really understanding, including myself. I was this person. It took a long time for me to understand and grasp the whole concept, and I'm still learning. I'm not always proficient. I am still learning the whole entire concept of protein and muscle building, maintenance, weight loss, fat loss, whatever. So definitely keep in mind the number one reason is because it tastes good. When you're on a low carb diet or a low carb regimen or Atkins or keto or anything like that, most of what you eat throughout the day is not going to be sweet. People search and seek out protein shakes because they are the one option for them that allows them to get something sweet. Unfortunately, if you don't know the process or the actual intake needs of protein, then what are you actually doing? You're actually just cheating on your meal plan. So it's important that you understand that. If I can't ask you right now, what are your protein needs and what are your intake needs in a day on a daily regimen on a daily basis, and you can't fire off that in 2 seconds, then exactly what are the shakes for? Precisely. You don't know. Maybe you do know. Maybe the industry is just telling you that you need protein shakes. My next question to you would be, are you building a meal plan or what are you doing with those shakes? Are you working with other foods? Exactly. And I'll be completely honest, most people will say, well, so-and-so is drinking them, or I saw this on the TV, or somebody said this tasted really good, or this, they'll come up with 1,000 reasons why they're taking protein. But it will never be, I'm building this meal plan and I'm short on this and I can't get all my, the number one reason is I'm having trouble getting all my protein in for the day. Let's talk about that. So if you're following a meal plan, specifically my meal plan, or basically any well-rounded meal plan, you should technically be getting a pretty good amount of protein to where you wouldn't have to supplement. Another thing is, a lot of people, the number one thing that I ask people a lot of the time is, are you working out? Because if you're not working out, what are you actually using a protein shake for? Okay, because if you're not working out, you really can't justify getting a protein shake because you can very easily get your intake from food. Now, an obvious healthy range, if you just do a quick Google search, is going to be between, for protein intake, is going to be between zero point 0.8 per grams or per zero point 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So that equates to whatever. We'll do the math in a second, and I can't do that. And I say whatever because it all depends on what you weigh. I can't just throw a number out there. I will give you an example, but that does not necessarily count for you. And it can go all the way up to 1.5 if somebody was doing like bodybuilding or something like that, or if they just overall want a higher protein intake and they're exercising and that they feel that that is something that they use. But the big key result here is, are you seeing results? Are you seeing weight loss? Are you seeing changes in your body? Since you started this protein shake, have you seen weight loss? Are you working on weight loss? What's going on? What's happening with your body? And how's your body changing because of this protein shake? I'll be completely honest. I don't own a supplement company, but if I did, I would love to make the 20 or 30, 40 bucks off of you. But I am the person that will take the financial loss all day long so that I can provide you with the benefit of the proper information. I don't want to make money off you if there's no reason to make money. Okay, so if I have a supplement here and I know damn well that you don't need it, I'm not going to sell it to you, okay? Because there's somebody else that could potentially need it and they can purchase it. But there's no reason for me to sell you something or for me to suggest that you go get something if it's not going to be of benefit for you. Save your damn money. Like, seriously, I'm taking quite a bit of protein right now, and I'm not kidding you, it adds up. You know, I'm using a container every 3 or 4 days. Obviously, I'm not following an Atkins regimen. I'm building muscle. I'm doing something completely different. So that depends also, that is also a factor of what you're doing. But remember, it's money in the bank that you can put towards your groceries. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little scenario here. Okay, you ready? So, 6 ounces of chicken breast, excuse me, has about 52 grams of protein. That's a lot. That really is a lot. And usually I say, I want you on Atkins, or let's just say Atkins, for example. Atkins, I want you to have 6 ounces of chicken in the morning, noon, and night, 3 times a day. So that's 18 ounces of chicken. It's about a pound and 4 ounces, or a pound and 2 ounces. 1 pound, 2 ounces, 16 ounces to a pound. I didn't factor that into my whole scenario. So if you're a 200-pound person, 200-pound guy, for instance, 200 pounds, 0.8 times 200, I got the math here, I wrote it down, is 156, or 156. Let's do the math real quick just to be sure. 0.8 times 200 equals 160. Okay, so 160 you're needing. Okay, so if you got morning, noon, and night, 6 ounces, 6 ounces, 6 ounces, which is pretty small. It's about the size of your palm, about the size of a deck of cards, about the thickness of your palm. It's about this area or whatever. It's not really that big of a piece of meat, okay? I'll be completely honest. If you weren't following Atkins, you were probably eating 5 times that. It's about the size of a hamburger patty, okay? And that's going to be what your chicken breast is, roughly. So you eat that 3 times a day. Okay, that's going to bring you to 156. You're within 4 grams of protein of your daily intake requirements. Now, if you can't do that, to be able to maintain your muscle mass, there's something wrong, okay? It's pretty simple, okay? I'm actually having to consume, towards the higher end, about 256 grams of protein per day. Okay, that's 100 more than that. So it's a lot, okay? I'm having to consume a lot more than the average person would on Atkins, okay? So you have to take into consideration a lot of those things, but a lot of people don't understand. Don't eat too much protein, okay? Protein is not a carb, it is not a sugar, but I've said this before, if you eat too much protein, it turns from protein to a process called gluconeogenesis, which transfers a protein into glucose, and it is stored in your body just like carbs and sugar. And then if you're not using it, I would assume you're not, because you're not going to say, I'm eating this protein, I'm going to rev up and do 3 more hours of exercise. Wrong. Usually that's not the process. You're thinking, oh, I'm doing enough to be able to sustain another protein shake, just randomly thinking that or whatever. So you don't necessarily increase your activity. So by not increasing your activity and increasing your protein intake, goes from protein, gluconeogenesis, then over to stored as glucose, sugar, carbohydrates, whatever you want to call it. It's obviously not carbs, but it's glucose. And then if you don't use it, it gets stored as fat. Okay, so you paid 20 bucks. You're drinking this sweet, amazing protein shake that you think you need, and then suddenly you're getting more overweight. Okay, so if you're seeing those results, that's the reason. Okay, I'm not trying to lie to you, I'm not trying to BS you, I'm not trying to sell you stuff, I'm just trying to give you the information that I learn along my process. Okay, if you're wanting to incorporate something like that, if you're actually having a problem consuming your protein intakes, which I hear all the time, and especially if it's for a woman, you could have different protein intakes. If you're a smaller person, whatever, I understand, cool. Maybe you don't have the time. I hear all these different excuses. Then you could definitely incorporate something like that. But remember, whole foods cannot be replaced with supplements, because supplements don't have the building blocks of health, wellness, everything, okay? If supplements could do it, bodybuilders would literally just take supplements, okay? We would just take supplements to survive. We all know that we need what the food has in it. The nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, all of those things are really important to your body. And I think if I had a choice between whole foods and proteins, if I were suggesting it to somebody, whole foods all day long. So I hope this information helped you. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also, check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. We have an amazing family, amazing 3,144 people. And yes, I check that daily. It's officially like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I checked it like 5 minutes ago. So don't judge me. But have a beautiful day, guys. I hope you guys have a amazing... We won't be doing any challenges I don't think. Maybe. You never know. Maybe it'll spring up one. But I will be on the road for the next... Ooh, I'm getting freaked out. Oh, 6 or 7 weeks. I'll be in Southeast Asia. I'm going to go from China to Bangkok, China to Thailand, Thailand to Laos, Laos to Vietnam, Vietnam to Cambodia, Cambodia to Thailand again, and then Bali and back Thailand back home. So that should be quite the adventure. Stay tuned for lots of great videos on that. Keep up the good work. Have a beautiful day. As always, be stronger than your excuses, and remember to spread love, not hate. Peace, guys.